What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again, guys. We have a brand new Kyle Larson diecast in the studio, the 2021 Nashville Race Twin diecast, brand new, sealed in the package. I literally just got it out of the little cardboard box, getting it ready for the diecast review. And look at this piece here. This is such an awesome diecast. Kyle Larson's first win at Nashville. Currently, his only one at the time of this video. But it's also his first win with Valvoline as well. What blows my mind is, yes, this diecast had, what is it, if I can get the lighting to show it, 2,148 produced. I still am shocked this one is still available right now. Yeah, right now at Circle B Diecast, brand new. You can pick it up right now today. I was shocked this diecast is still floating around. I'm just saying, right now, it might not seem like it's a hard-to-find diecast. Come back years from now, it might be one that you really wish you would have picked up. I see this all the time with diecasts. Just because one's on the low doesn't mean it's going to be very easy to find. I'm just saying. So that's something to kind of keep in mind with some of these 124 diecasts. When they drop, they dry up. You see it all the time with the big name drivers. Some of the race wins, they disappear. So you got the Kyle Larson Valvoline render here. I think this is the race version render. And the way these boxes open, if you're new here, is there's basically a garage door flap that opens up. We'll be showing that real quickly. I just want to show the bottom. Oh, wait, it's this way. I'm stupid. Just want to show the bottom of it real quick and the back panel. I do like the box design. I would prefer if there was some, more color to it, but I do like how it's, I got like the raced wear graphics and whatnot, or raced winning graphics. So this is how the packages open up. You just open the garage door panel, and then you gently take the diecast, and you don't want it to fall. There we go. And you take the box. We're going to go ahead and set this to the side, and it does come with a couple of accessories, including a little race win sticker here. We'll be taking a closer look at those. I think I bumped the mic. My bad on that, fellas. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go with the Kyle Larson 2021 Nashville diecast on the rotating base. And let me tell you, as a Kyle Larson fan myself, this diecast is freaking epic, man. Oh, I remember watching this Nashville race on TV, and it was such a huge race weekend, by the way. It was the first ever Cup race. This is going to be a diecast, I think, really, really years from now. Even if you're not a Larson fan, you're really going to want, because it was the first ever race at Nashville Super Speedway for the Cup Series. It was kind of a rebirth for the Cup Series in a way, because it still felt a lot like 2020. But that Nashville weekend, man, it felt like, the pre-2020 era in a good way all over again. So I'm going to go ahead and get it off the rotating base. And I love the visuals, by the way, of just like the shine and everything. It looks freaking awesome. I'm going to go ahead and get it off the rotating base, and I'll be right back. And here we go, fellas, with the 124 diecast in hand. And just, wow, man, what a beautiful looking paint scheme here. Even the tire actually has damage to it. I didn't realize that. Look at this, guys. It actually has some shredded effects to it. I'm telling you guys, if you're a Larson fan, or if you love the Gen 6 era, man, the amount of value you get for this diecast, it still being brand new, is just, it's insane. I'm still shocked this car is floating around over there at Circle B. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just, like, literally, you look at all the other Larson wins, it's insane how so many of them, like, are impossible to find, especially his Ganassi wins. We'll go into the front of the car. You have the Larson front windscreen banner. I don't think they had confetti at this race. This was the first one. They would have confetti for 2022, and, Chase Elliott won. He had purple confetti on his car. You have Valvoline right there on the hood of the car. Fortunately, with it being a bright colored car, there's a lot of dirt and grime. You can see really, really sharp. I got the ZL1 badges there. Go to the front of the diecast, and you got that Chevrolet bow tie. Let me go ahead and get my camera to focus. And if you're curious, these cars actually have some weight to them, man. Holding one of these cars with one hand for a while, trying to adjust the camera and stuff, it's a little heavier than I expected. So got the number 5 there. And again, we got light color front of the car, just a ton of dirt. You can even see the little brake area, where they have the airflow. Something they still have on the Gen 7 car, but you can't modify the main airflow area right here with like grill tape and whatnot. But wow, there's a lot of dirt on this freaking race car. It's so cool. Love that. Got Hendrick Motorsports, Sunoco. We're going to open up the hood of the diecast later on, and we'll check out the engine bay. Go to the left side of the car. Just, oh, look at all the shredded effects on the tire, man. That is so cool that Lionel does that. Because, like, it's really difficult to make it consistently. Like, it's one thing to make one of the diecasts have, you know, shredded tires or something. But to consistently do that, that's a lot of extra time, potentially. Remarkable job. I've seen it even on some of the diecasts, they'll cut the fender well. It takes extra time to do that, and to do it in a mass production scale. Massive W, Lionel, on that one. I love that. That is awesome. Okay, HendrickCars.com. Got the number 5. Get the original motor oil, America's first motor oil brand. Valvoline. You can see some fuel spillage, which is interesting. It's flowing this way. You think it would be going straight down, or if he was peeling out of the box, the fuel would be over there. So I'm not really sure what's going on, unless that's from Victory Lane. Like maybe they spilled Gatorade or something there. Got the little Valvoline oil drum there. Got 3 race win stickers, which I think that was what, Sonoma? No, they didn't race Sonoma in 2021, did they? No, it was 2020 they didn't run it. I think they ran it in 2021. I could be tripping on that. He won, obviously, the Texas All-Star race, but I don't know if they do a race win sticker for that. He won, of course, Las Vegas. He won so many races in 2021, man. I mean, like, if you really want to, like, have one of the most impressive collections, having every one of Larson's race wins from 2021 in 124 scale is just, would be insane. The cat won, like, 11 races, by the way. So that would be a massive, massive collection to have. Got Kyle Larson there. NASCAR Race Car Cup Series. Got your Hendrick Motorsports race win record. That's one of the wins where he won the Coke 600. That was pretty cool. Got Metro Tech, Charlton, and Goodyear. The Goodyear decal looks a little bit slanted, but it could be because there is a little bit of fender well damage here, because you can see kind of some scrapage here. This fender might have been pushed in, and that might give it kind of a weird three-dimensional effect, because I think the other Goodyear logo is centered up. I'm not saying exactly that's the reason why, but I have seen that done before. Get Exalta, Acronis, Freightliner, Mac Tools, Simeon's, and Cincinnati Industries on the B post. And if you're curious, maybe you've never had one of these 124 scale diecasts, the window nets you can take down. They're kind of glued to the top plastic of the interior cockpit. You can take that and fold it down, and basically you can make it look like it's parked in Victory Lane with the window net down. So you do get some customization to that. You can obviously take it off the base, which I'll show it real quick. There's 2 screws right here. They're just simple, I think, yeah, what is it, Phillips or whatnot. You just unscrew them. But if you do it, though, make sure you have like a pillow or something to put the car on. Like, imagine my right hand being a pillow. So that way, when you take the base off the car, if it was to fall over, it'll land on something soft and it won't chip the diecast. So that's a tip right there. For maybe the newer 124 diecast collectors, because 124s are a lot of fun to collect, to be honest with you. Some people prefer the 164s, some people prefer the 124s. The amount of detail you get with the 124 scales are remarkable, my dude. Go to the back end of the diecast, you have Drive for 5, which is interesting because that was Jeff Gordon's slogan for many, many years as he won 4 NASCAR championships. You got ZL1 with a little Valvoline oil drum. 1LE, got the number 5. I love the color of red, by the way, on this car. It's not a normal, red. It's kind of a red-orange, and it's really, really sharp. Go to the right side of the diecast. Where would I compare it to maybe some of the next-gen Valvoline cars? It's probably my favorite Valvoline car that Larson's ran, to be honest with you, is the 2021 edition. I don't know why. It just looks really, really clean. A lot of red on the car. It stands out. It's bright. Looks really nice. And you can see just all the little details on the tires. You got another shredded one, I think. Yeah. Look at that detail. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. Look at that, fellas. Wow. That is insane. So they must have had some sort of like a tool or something that they could shred it. That is amazing. Look at all that detail. That texture look to the tire. It's hard to see. That is actual... cosmetic, or not say cosmetic, but it's physically damaged to the car, but it's supposed to be there. Remarkable stuff. You do have the little exhaust plate, which has a different sheen to it. Notice how the rest of the car is a lot more glossy, but the little plate down there looks a little bit more, Looks a little less glossy, so that's kind of... Actually, no, never mind. It's the exhaust tips that have the satin matte finish to it. The actual background of it is the standard gloss. Go over to the right front of the diecast, and naturally, you're not going to have blown out tires on the right front as a rear-wheel drive car. But I'm going to show you something that just absolutely blows my mind when it comes to the detail. Look inside that right front fender well, and look at the rim. You'll see the 5, the 9, the 24, and the 48. That means that's a Hendrick Motorsports team wheel. The amount of detail they put on these cars. I mean, you have all 5 of the purple lug nuts, right? You have the little center cap there. You have arrows. You have little Sharpie marks. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just insane. Not all the lug nuts are the same color either, by the way. Or, you know, some of them have a little bit more dirt and grime. I'm going to bounce over to the other side of the car real quick and show in comparison. But I mean, just the sheer level of detail they put on the wheels themselves are just remarkable. Like, I can't believe they're actually able to have that small of printing, and the technology to put it all together is just truly remarkable. Go to the roof of the diecast, so you have the little roof rails, which they do kind of move around a little bit, but that means they easily deploy, so that's always a good thing if you're doing, you know, photo ops. One thing about roof rails, they can be a little bit fragile, so you don't want to rattle them around a lot. You want to kind of keep them stationary unless you're, you know, carefully posing it. Go to the back window of the car. You have Larson once again, and this little number on the right side, that 4 digits, or technically it's 5 digits if there was more than 10,000 produced, but they don't do that anymore. So it's 1,083, so a mid-production Chevrolet Camaro. Valvoline right there on the deck lid, and this is a subtle little difference, or not difference, but detail, little oil drum, and then you have the oil that goes down and it lands on the deck lid. That's pretty cool. It does have the short spoiler on it, which I think is accurate. I'm not 100% sure, because I do think they had multiple variants of spoilers for the 2021 productions. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up the hood of the diecast here. We're going to go to our handy dandy toothpick. You got the hood open thanks to our handy dandy toothpick, so make sure that gets its 3 seconds of fame. I'm kidding. So we did a diecast review on a 124 Gen 6 or no Gen 7 car, and the interior of the engine bay is mostly covered up, and it's actually really realistic. Well, in the Gen 6 era, they don't have all that coverage that you would traditionally see on a production car. I mean, literally, every engine bay on a car made the last decade is completely covered in plastic. This is much more of a traditional stock car V8, and you can just see all the little details, little hoses and stuff. It's all plastic, you know, it's not separate parts, but the fact that they even paint this stuff is really remarkable to me, and I really do appreciate it. And yes, the wheels are posable. I don't know if you could tell, but they are. You can turn those. Probably for the race to wins, you could do some really cool photo opportunities with that. And another thing is you can actually lower the 124s. There's, not to get too much into detail, but, oh, here's the underneath of the hood, by the way. There's a spring in the rear of the car, right? There's a spring somewhere back here. And you can take that spring out, and that allows the rear of the car to literally go down. And it makes the car look so much more realistic. If you remember, the Gen 6 car got rid of their ride height rule about halfway through their tenure in NASCAR. And I want to say there's something on the front of the car that allows the front wheels to drop as well. I could be tripping on that. But anyways, you can actually lower these cars and do some amazing poses. So imagine being a Kyle Larson fan, right? Just picture this. You can drop the window down on the car, right? You could take the spring out of the rear of the car. To do so, you have to unscrew the chassis and all that fun stuff. And then you could pose the car like it's parked in victory lane. It's slammed to the ground. You have the window net off. How cool of a display would that be? Absolutely amazing stuff. Check it out over there at Circle B Diecast, man. They got them over there. Absolutely tap in. We're going to show some of the accessories that do come with this diecast. Let me go ahead and grab them out of the box here. They were conveniently actually at the top of it, which is interesting enough. So as we mentioned, it does come with a race win sticker, right? It does come with a little garage thing, and it does come with a little return form. But what's really, really cool that I'm so glad it actually comes with is a race win card. Look at this. I mean, if this doesn't just make you smile as a NASCAR fan, these little race win cards, I don't care who the driver is. I love seeing this. You have the driver, you have the guitar there, you have the trophy. It's just so nostalgic, man. Throughout all the years, all the different trophies and stuff. Not that this is nostalgic yet, but it's just, I love the victory lane celebrations in NASCAR. And then it has, the Nashville, Tennessee, Kyle Larson, Ally 400 winner, June 20th, 2021. First ever Cup race at Nashville. Go over to the back panel of it. You got a separate photo of Kyle Larson celebrating in victory lane. And I must say, him winning in a red car with white bottom of the paint scheme really reminds me of his Target car. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think about it, it reminds me a lot of his Target paint scheme, which I wish they would come back to NASCAR, because I was a huge fan of that 42 car, man. Let me tell you. Got time to race 3 hours and 30 minutes, 23 seconds. Started fifth in the 5 car. 300 laps, 399 miles, 11 cautions, 60 laps, laps led 264, and the margin of victory 4.3 seconds. Wow. I remember watching this race, and that's what I'll talk about real quickly here before we log off of this video. It really felt like 2001 Kansas. Now, obviously, I didn't watch Kansas in 2001. I was like 3 years old, right? I went back and watched that race, years ago, and it really felt like that. Just the build-up, the prestige, a brand new racetrack for the Cup Series. And I want to say they had a wreck on the first lap. I could be tripping on that, but I think they had a wreck on the first lap at Nashville. The same thing happened at Kansas in 2001 when they debuted. What's interesting is a Hendrick driver won that race, being Jeff Gordon. Kyle Larson would win so. And if you want to have another layer to that, Hendrick won the first 2 races at Kansas, 01 and 02 with Jeff Gordon. Well, Chase Elliott would come through and win the second Nashville race in 2022. So there's a lot of similarities there, interesting enough. Fantastic looking paint scheme. I really enjoyed the race. It was a dominating performance by Larson. But man, awesome stuff. Love this diecast. Make sure to pick up yours today, man. Help support the channel with that promo code. You don't have to, fellas, but it does allow me to do videos like this. Y'all want to see some more 124s, man? Tap in, go show Circle B some love. I'll get some more 124s in the studio for y'all, and we can check them out here on the channel. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Diecastbuffet, signing off.